Let's jump in and have a look at the September Bass Yellas box. Right, so I'm actually wearing the new Tackle Club fishing jersey. This thing is great, super lightweight. Comes with a little hoodie as well because, well, it's warming up. The sun's starting to come out more, and we've got to protect our skin when we're out on the water. But yeah, we've got a pretty choice bass box here for you this month. Obviously, we've picked this thinking of the fact that it's starting to warm up now, so the bass are going to start becoming a little bit more active in your waterways and your dams and your rivers, so this could lead to some prime fishing. So let's start off with the new toy in the box. This is the Hot Bite Raptor slow fall jig. These things are new to the market, only just came out maybe a month ago at most. And already causing a huge stir in the bass community. Super wide profile, fairly large for a bass spoon, but don't let that fool you. These are made by gun angler Jason Ehrlich, who has put years, actually devoted his whole life to fishing for Australian species, and has made these specifically for bass. So the slow fall jig does weigh 30 grams, comes with 2 assist hooks up the top, and a little treble down the bottom. If I'm going to be chasing reefies, I'll probably be ripping the treble off the bottom, but let's stick to bass for now. The good thing about this spoon is that you can use it in so many different ways. You can troll with it, that's not an issue. I'd probably stick to a really slow troll speed, but my favorite way to fish these is vertically or casting out into a school that you locate on your sounder. Now this can be done in both dams and rivers, but for this sort of fishing, I'm more thinking your impoundment bass. So once you've located a good school of fish, either you're gonna sit your boat off of them just less than a cast distance, so you can cast this just past them, let it flutter down the back of the school, and you'll just either slow roll or do like a lift and drop retrieve. Great way to chase them, and this is gonna nail you big bass as we come into the warmer months. Now, if you're just gonna jig them, if you find an active school that is actually sitting stationary, not moving all over the place, same deal, but instead of casting, you're just going to drop this down. A lot of the time, with the slow flutter this thing has going down, this thing gets nailed on the drop before you even get to the bottom. If it hits the bottom and it hasn't been touched yet, a few lifts up and down, and then maybe add a winding just to bring it up, because you want to try cover that part of the water column that the fish are actually sitting in. Now, moving over to one of my favorite combos for river bass or edge bite fishing bass. You can fish this deep as well, but I'd probably jump to a heavier jig head. The way we've chosen to set this up is for edge bite bass or edge bite yellas as well, or fishing your rivers. Because now the bass season is opening up again, it's free range for the bass and yellas in the rivers at the moment. So what we've got is TT Demons jig heads, coupled together with the Betts spins. So these are like a beetle spin kind of thing. You hook these onto your jig head, and then you've got the Flash J 2-inch paddle tail shads. One of my all-time favorite plastics. This would have to be one of my go-to combos for edge bite or river fishing. The little beetle spin does help keep it a little more snag resistant. And then the 1/6 head means you're going to get a nice slow sink as well. So you do work these fairly slow. It will stay in the strike zone for a long while. But essentially all you do is just rig your plastic onto the jig head and then whack one of the beetle spins on. Cast for the overhanging trees, laydowns and snags that you think the fish might be holding in. And that's it. You essentially work it like a spinnerbait. Very easy, very versatile, awesome little setup. And then we move on to top water. Obviously with the heat rising, the bass becoming more active. Early mornings, late afternoons, they start going, searching a little bit more. So this is where they start to turn on with surface fishing. So we've got the Demiki Walker here. So this is a little pencil bait or a little stick bait. Super easy to work, one of the easiest stick baits that you can get to work. All you got to do is just long cast out, and these things cast an absolute mile. Long cast out, and let me just spin my chair here. But as you work it, rather than just a straight wind, just twitch your rod up and down like that, and this will just cause the lure just to dart left and right. Don't be afraid to add a lot of pauses in there, short or long pauses. I often find the pauses, or just after the pause as you start to twitch it and work it again, is when they just come in and smack it. So you've got all your bases covered here. You've got a nice big spoon, brand new to the market. Super excited to have Hot Bite join us here with Tackle Club. Then you've got your plastics combo with your beetle spin. Now, if you want to fish this deeper, just take the beetle spin off and just fish the plastic on the jig head. And then you've got your surface lure for early morning, late afternoon. So your whole day is covered with this one box. Get out and give this box a go with the Tackle Club Challenge, and you could have yourself a nice little prize as well. Now, if you want to check out the Bass box, or even the new fishing jersey, they're quite comfortable. Very light. It's actually the lightest shirt, fishing shirt that I own. I'm in love with it, it's great. But if you want to check any of these out, just head to www.tackleclub.com.au, pick a box that's right for you, and welcome to the club.